Due to poor wireless.
In town now that.
All right, I hope I am live. If you jump on, I hope I haven't lost the light. We don't have real good connection at my mom's house. But if you get on it, let me know you're here and say your name and where you're from. Okay, once again, I'll try this again. All right, at my mom's, this is where she wants to keep it. She got this beautiful old antique bird bath that, of course, she was worried about this chip, but that's what gives it character, and I love it. So no, I was not hiding that. Okay, went to the store. The comments I think are off because Chris normally has that on there. Comments will appear here. Okay, but I found polyurethane, and this is lacquer. The polyurethane, I didn't want anything shiny, gloss, semi-gloss satin, and they didn't have a matte. But the lacquer has a matte because I want it to stay this sand color, you know, and just stick with the beach theme. And Mama, it's been in my house, so I don't know if it's gonna light up tonight. It may need the sun. It's been lighting in my house, but you know, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead, and I got 2 cans of this. But we're going to go ahead and seal it up really good. And believe it or not, this lacquer said that you did not have to sand, you know, your coats if you do multiple coats on something. So if you need to use this for something else, to seal for outside pots or anything else, you don't have to sand in between the coats. All right, I'm just spreading this around. Getting a good coat on it. And it seems a little shiny now, but that's probably because it's wet. It's a matte finish, so it should stay matte. I don't have to do the epoxy, but I mean, I want to get like the shells, a good coat on the shells and all that for time being outside. So I'm just going to give them, you know, I'm not going to worry about this getting on them. But you do not have to worry about sealing epoxy. It is a sealer in itself. And I'm being pretty generous because with it being a matte finish lacquer, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, did you get too much in one area? It's going to have that matte finish. And Mama, I'm not going to do the light. It's meant to be outside. My mom's here. I'm going to make her come in here and talk to y'all in a minute so y'all can see her. I'm only going to need 1 can. I was thinking I need... But I'm going to leave this other, Mom, and you probably can put another coat on it. But just for if you're jumping on, I found lacquer with a matte finish so we can keep that sandy look if you didn't want, like, shiny. And this stuff, even the polyurethane now, it's even stronger than spray paint. So make sure either you do it outside or you leave the door open. Because even out here, do you smell it way over there? I mean, it's strong even out in open space. Listen, I don't think the connection is very strong where we are. So you may have to watch the replay because I'm not seeing any comments. Either y'all aren't saying anything or it's probably not strong enough to, because it took me a second to even connect. No, they see it. It shows me that people are on here, but I don't think, I'm not reading any comments because it's probably not strong enough to pick something like that up. She doesn't live in the boon. We all live in the boondocks. You just don't happen to have a whole lot of cell service right here. Really get these shells. I'm really just going to go until this can empties. One of these pots had a little crack in it right there, but I mean, I figured with that liquid nail on the inside of it, it wouldn't go any further. But I'll give y'all a little tour of my mom's yard too. Everything is in full bloom in her yard. Everything, it looks so pretty.
Right there where you're at, push the lighthouse towards the camera a little bit more. It's not sitting in the middle of that.
Well, I don't think I can right now because it's a little, well, it's a little wet. That good?
You could probably go a little bit more, but I can do that.
I was telling Chris how you said, I'm going to put that in my house. I'm putting it outside. And we had it like right up out of the window. And Bubba's like, well, it really looks good up there on that table. I said, I can't keep it. Plus, we have nothing that's beachy. They may can hear you. I don't know how good the connection. It's liable to be really blurry and throwing them off, but they can probably go back maybe and watch the replay once I get off. I don't know. I wondered about that. Chris said, do you think the connection is good out there? And I was like, I don't know.
That was just so cool. When you telling them the size of the pots that night, they're all standard. 12-inch, 10-inch, 8-inch, 6-inch.
Okay, well, Chris was measuring them for me. And this part, you know, he really had to guesstimate on, but he told me it was like 12 and a half, but these he could get to, and he was telling me 6 3/4. But what he was doing, I think, was measuring from the outside, and probably is 6 inches the hole itself, not the terracotta. Yeah. Okay, my mom said to tell y'all when I was telling you the sizes that these are standard size pots.
There's like no halves in there.
There's no halves or little measurements. Like when I was saying 6 3/4, it was obviously just 6. So this is 12, that was 9, and that's 6.
I don't know about 9 now.
It was 9 3/4. I think that was the one. I think it was 6, he told me a half. So it's probably 10. Okay. All right, almost done. I mean, this can has went like a long way. And I mean, and I think it's okay. We got a good spray paint on there, spray paint sand. This is spray paint, all that's epoxy, so we got a good sealant on it. I'm not saying that over time the sun can't do anything to that, but let's get some. Huh? Well, I looked on the weather. It said if it rains, it's 40% starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Of course, right when I get off work and I want to go buy me some plants for the Wimberley house. All right, y'all, I'm sorry I can't see any comments. I guess it's just not a strong enough connection. But this is where she wants to keep it, on this bird bath in the middle of her yard. And I'll give you a little, I'll pan around and let you see. And if you're jumping on a little late, polyurethane, the lowest one I could find was a satin finish. Satin, semi-gloss, and gloss. Now, maybe it was just our store and they have a matte finish, but the lacquer had a matte finish. And, you know, especially like me, if you're going to do this sand or this stone texture, you don't want it to be shiny. I mean, it's a little shiny right now because it's wet. Oh, I see some comments. We can hear and see you. So it must go through. Okay, I'm so glad. All right. Molly, you want to be in here? You know, I got a little sister. Hold on. And I'll show you. She's a little thing. Don't you think I'm too old to have a little sister? I pulled up in the driveway and I couldn't drive around her. She had to get in the car with me the last 5 steps. All right, so we've coated it good. It's out here. I hated to do it out here, but when you mess with like the polyurethane or that lacquer, it is 10 times stronger than a regular spray paint. Okay, it must have just taken a while. Now all these comments are coming through. Beautiful work, Cynthia. Love this. All right, y'all. I just didn't see any comments, so maybe it's just finally coming through. But I'm gonna back up and let you see where she wants to keep it, and I'll let you see some things in her yard because she does all this work herself. She is a yard person, so if y'all want to know where we all get it, it's from her. You missed the bottom by the cap. The bottom by the cap. Oh, where the cap was. Okay. Mom, a little bit of this is getting on probably your, but it's matte finish, so you're not going to be able to tell. It's getting on like the bird bath. But I mean, I don't see it. I'm just saying, I'm sure it is. Woo, this stuff is strong too. Even out here in the open. All right. I got here, Mama had her yard clothes on, and I was like, you might want to go take your yard clothes off. I know somebody's going to want to see you. All right, I'm coming around. So, well, no, I probably can get it this way. I don't want to make you drunk. I know when people do cameras. And I still have my yard clothes on. I was like, you need to go take. She had on like, what are those socks? All right, beautiful, just beautiful. Love all your beauty. Oh, y'all so sweet. Okay, you got it now. Thanks, Debbie. Okay, I'm gonna reverse this. All right, and when you see this like little rigged up part we got. All right, so there's my mom. Hey, Mama. And this is my little sister. Hold on, let me show her to you. You know, the most rotten dog you'll ever meet in your life. Molly, look at the gnats around her. Molly, can you say hey to everybody? She's like, hey. And I'll tell you how rotten she is in just a second. It's something she said when we got here. So, see, look at this like awesome like crack in it. I love it. It's a really old bird bath. And she wants to keep it right in the middle of her yard. Now, we live in Georgia, so it's country for you city folks. You can see a house kind of that way, but that's probably about the closest one of a mile. And that was my grandmother's house at one time. Okay, so here is her yard. And all her azaleas are starting to bloom. She's got this clover right. They call it clover, Mama? Shamrock. That she got one and now she's got it everywhere, so I'm gonna dig up some and take it home. But the purple stuff, Mama, what was it called? Some people were telling me purple heart, and somebody was telling me something else, purple. But everything's blooming. She's got like a little well out there. Now this is country, folks. She got her well and her little chimenea over there. And let's see, her arbor is something that's really, really pretty. I'll show you. So you don't get too drunk watching it. Oh, I forget the mirror makes it backwards. Okay, this is her. Mama, what is on here? Confederate jasmine? Yeah, Confederate jasmine. And this is an arbor, and you can't see it because it's so covered. And she's got another one on the other side that she's like, I'm gonna cut this back. And I'm like, how? I'd let it get all over my house. But doesn't that look beautiful? Look how big that is. She got a little fence. And I will tell you, she's got all that over there is forsythia that she cut back. She was gonna give me a bunch of it, but she said it was coming back so pretty she decided not to. All right. Where you're what? Oh, you talking about, okay, I am. And here's her forsythias. And let's see. Y'all, she does all this work by herself. All right, let's see. And here is that she's got an entire bed of that little clover, the pink. And she said that you can just sprinkle it in your yard and it just comes up. So all those, I think she said, were irises. She's got a few baskets full of bulbs. But she's got a little clover right here that's white, and it looks different, like it hasn't opened or something yet. But she said that she's got a volunteer. Let's see. Look at that azalea. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna come around the side of her little picnic area, and right in the back of her azaleas right here, she has got white clover. You know, I love white flowers. You know, that's in my color wheel, and she said she needs to get it out of there. So I'm gonna dig a lot of that up and take it home. But we can head back around front and look at her dogwood is blooming. And all of her, that she has 3 dogwoods that she kept when she put her house here. They're all like the wild kind, like she didn't plant it. So, you know, you always see a planted dogwood and the leaves just, I mean, it's a beautiful tree, but like one branch will just be like, it's just, they're not like a pretty tree. The plant, I mean, the flower is beautiful, but the wild ones like this, like every branch is just still healthy. It all blooms, everything. And y'all want to know where I get the crafting from? You see, that's like an old antique bed. She used to have flowers growing all over it. That's where I get the crafting from. And there's Molly girl, and I will tell you just how spoiled this baby is. Mama has got a huge sweet gum. See, all these are sweet gum trees. And, you know, if you've ever had sweet gums in your yard, it drops these little balls that I will show you right here. She's got a billion of them. Well, she has this sweeper that she uses her lawnmower to get these up. But her lawnmower is getting some work to it, so she can't use her sweeper. Well, Molly, being the little baby that she is, when she likes to be out in the yard, all these little balls that Mama can't get up right now, they hurt Molly's feet, and she has to tiptoe. So my mother has been out here, look, raking them up so her little spoiled baby won't have to tiptoe in her yard. That's the spoiledness we deal with in our family. All right, and here is another bed that, you know, Mother have to come and tell you what kind of flowers. I know that's a crepe myrtle, but y'all, she'll just pick a place in her yard and she'll just get some bricks or something, like these are antique bricks, and just make a bed and put like the same thing in it. See, not me. I've got to know what I'm planting. I got to have multiple things in there. All that little nut grass in there would drive me bananas. Not her. I wouldn't be able to sleep knowing that I was out here. But she'll just come out here and pull it up, you know, and it'll all look beautiful. And I wanted to show you this rabbit over here that I told her she needed to leave me one day because I might steal it. Look at him. Isn't he pretty? All right, well, I'm gonna let y'all go and see her lighthouse will sit in the middle of her main like little bed here that has all her azaleas in it. And it's just gonna look so pretty. We did a good job on it. Thanks for y'all's help. Look at that, those shells in it. So, so pretty. And I feel like I feel some drops of rain. Your mama better hold on to her picket fencing, or it may end up in a craft. Package those sweet gum balls and send them to Vermont for my pine cone wreaths. Listen, I was just telling her, I was like, Mama, you know, people buy these, you know, everywhere. It is raining a little bit. Look at that sky. It's beautiful like the sun, but it is raining a little bit. I tell her all the time, I was like, once she made a tree, like a Christmas tree with these. And I'm like, I'm sure people would like to do all kind of crafts. But as a sweet gum, like if you ever had to deal with these balls in your yard, I hate sweet gums. I cut them down constantly, but she has just got like one that's just a monster here. And but yeah, she's got a good sweeper, so she gets them up pretty regular, so they're not too bad. Hey, Shelly. All right, well, I'm gonna let y'all go so I can get home. I've got to drive home and get our craft ready for 7:30, but I will see y'all in about an hour.